Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show, and welcome back to another Top 5. With a video game, there's a lot to it. There's story, there's graphics, there's gameplay mechanics. There's a lot that goes into making a game. But sometimes, in my personal opinion, I would like to see more of some stuff that I like to see from games that I don't see implemented in other games, even though I would love to see these implemented in other games. There's just so many great aspects and characteristics from other games that would make other games better or just as good. These are such good features found in video games, I wish more video games had them. Now, in my personal opinion, allow me to share with you the top 5 things from video games that I would love to see more of in other video games. Number 5. Environment Manipulation. I think video games such as Red Faction Guerrilla and Watch Dogs are the best examples of environment manipulation. With Watch Dogs, you get to interact and control several items in the environment, from cameras, to explosive power boxes, to car alarms, steam pipes, traffic lights. Being able to manipulate and control your environment feels powerful and really cool. And with Red Faction Guerrilla, you have direct effect over the environment, with every building being absolutely 100% destructible. You manipulate an environment in such a way that entire buildings that were there could be leveled or have giant holes through them. An enemy is using cover. Blow that cover away. You need to find an entry point into a building full of enemies. Make your own entry point. Make the roof collapse on your enemies in the building inside. Just so many possibilities with the environmental destruction of Red Faction Guerrilla, and combine that with the hacking of Watch Dogs, being able to hack your environment. Combine that together, and you got a recipe for high-level immersion and replayability and just fun, screwing around in your environment, interacting with the objects, breaking stuff. Man, I really wish more games would do what Watch Dogs and Red Faction Guerrilla did. Add more destructibility and environment manipulation. Just let us change and interact with the environment in such a way that we feel powerful and in control and immersed. Number 4. More character creation and customization. I don't even think I need to explain myself with this one. While more and more games are getting into character customization, some examples of the best character customization out there are from the Mass Effect games, the Dragon Age games, Skyrim, Fallout 3, the Saints Row games. Those games are the best examples for character customization and creation, and we need more. Creation and customization of your character allows you freedom of expression, personalization, immersion. There is literally no downside to character creation and customization. Granted, it can be extremely difficult for the developer to try and implement your customized character into the world and make sure your customized character can interact with the story properly. But other than that, there is no downside to character customization and creation besides the difficulty of actually building character customization and creation within the game engine. However, gamers everywhere, players everywhere agree that character customization is a huge plus. It's an addition that everybody can get behind and adore. It can also be very addicting, creating character after character, seeing all the customization and creation options possible. It adds a lot more value to a game. Number 3. More Easter eggs and just special stuff. I've noticed in the past couple years or so that there is a steady decrease in Easter eggs and special items, special gear, that kind of thing. While there are certainly quite a few video games that embrace Easter eggs and special stuff, for instance Borderlands, the Saints Row games, and the recently released absolutely ridiculous bonkers game Zombier. Don't get me wrong, Easter eggs and special stuff haven't completely disappeared from video games, but I'm noticing more and more games aren't having that sense of humor. They aren't having that spark of silly goofiness. The feeling of that the devs went, hey, you know what? Let's add something a little funny. Let's be a little silly. Let's add a special surprise in for the player. I'm noticing less and less of it, and that's kind of depressing because I love Easter eggs and special stuff. Yes, it's immersion breaking. It's fourth wall breaking. But there ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to remember that a video game is just a video game, and Easter eggs and special stuff remind us about that. Crazy items and weapons and gear, or just silly little jokes we have to look for in the environment. I would love to see an increase in Easter eggs and special stuff. Please, more. Please more. We could do with more humor and lightheartedness and just some silly goofiness. Number 2. Huge epic army battles that you are a part of. Besides Dynasty Warriors and I can't think of any other games, there are very few video games out there besides maybe strategy games that let you be a part of big epic battles between armies. And while being able to control armies in strategy games is awesome, it really is awesome, being right down into the action, being a part of big epic army battles, we don't see enough of in video games. And I understand why. A lot of games can't handle a huge amount of NPCs on screen. Too many NPCs and just an overload on the hardware. But still, I would really love it. I would love it if we had more video games that had hundreds, literally hundreds, if not 100, NPCs just duking it out with you smack dab in the middle. So far, the only game to somewhat emulate this is Dynasty Warriors. But that's it, just Dynasty Warriors to my knowledge has even attempted to have big army battles. What I would love to see is a video game that kind of emulates the battles found in the Lord of the Rings movies, where two huge armies clash against one another. Wouldn't that be an awesome experience? I really hope video game devs see the potential for huge epic army battles that you could be a part of. And before I reveal the number one thing I want to see more of in video games, here's a quick little recap. Number 5, environment manipulation. Number 4, more character creation and customization. Number 3, more Easter eggs and special stuff. Number 2, huge epic army battles that you are a part of. And the number one thing I want to see more of in video games is more dragons. Whether it be as NPCs, playable characters, enemies, bosses, I just want more dragons. We do not have enough dragons. You guys know, if you have been following my channel, that I love dragons. And in my personal opinion, there are not enough video games with dragons in them. Whether as NPCs, enemies, bosses, playable characters, whatever. We need more dragons. We need more dragon video games and more dragons in our video games. Dragons are just such epic, amazing, powerful, beautiful creatures. They're arguably the most brilliant creature ever devised by fantasy. And video games have the power to bring these fantastical creatures to life. Look at Dragon Age Inquisition. Look at Skyrim. Look how amazing the dragons were in those video games. They are arguably the most memorable part of those games. So developers and publishers everywhere, please, please, more dragons with our video games. Please, more dragons with our video games. Please, please, please. Anyways, this has been the Gamertron. This has been the Gamertron Show. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you liked the video in any way whatsoever, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys think of my opinion of the 5 things I want to see more of in video games. Let me know what you think of my opinion, and let me know what you want to see more of in video games. Let me know in the comments below. I love comments. I don't get enough comments. Please leave a comment. And finally, if you just stumbled across this video and you're interested in hearing from a guy who loves video games, playing them, talking about them, this may be the channel for you. So please consider subscribing if you're into that. Anyways, this has been the Gamertron. This has been a video, and I will see you guys later.